So in this video, I will be giving you 3 different designs you can do for the holiday season. Hi there, welcome to volume 2 of the Christmas nail tutorial. So in this video, I'm going to be starting off with the base. So each of the nails are going to have the exact same base color. I'm going to show you how I did that first, so I'm not repeating this to you all multiple times throughout the video because I never want to bore you. So to get started with the base color, I am going to be taking this very pretty milky white from D&D's sheer collection and laying one thin layer down first. So here is what one coat of this polish looks like. I'm actually going to go in and do 3 coats. So here's what one coat looks like, here's 2 coats, and then here's 3 coats. So you can determine which one will work best for you. For today, I'm going to stick with the 3 coats throughout the video. So next I'm going to be taking this no wipe top coat and placing that onto the nail because I will be working with chrome in a few moments, and I want to make sure that the chrome has a nice slick surface so that it can give me the best reflective look instead of it being super glittery. If you want your chrome powder to have a more glittery finish, then you would not have to lay the top coat down. You would just apply the chrome on top of the white. But if you want a super mirrored reflective finish, I recommend to always apply a no wipe top coat and then go in with the chrome. So next I'm going to be taking this pearlescent chrome and applying it with a cosmetic wedge. What I'm doing is just dipping the cosmetic wedge into the chrome and then just moving it up and down motions. I do actually like applying the chrome with a cosmetic wedge because it is wider than like an applicator sponge or a silicone tool, so it goes by a lot quicker and you still get that nice pearly chromy finish. So I really did like this method. Cosmetic wedges are super easy to find in local drugstores or even big box retailers, and they are so cheap, maybe $1 to $2 in the US. So here is what it looks like with the chrome applied. I'm going to seal everything in with that same top coat we used earlier from Madam Glam, just to make sure the chrome doesn't move around. So you can actually leave this as is if you just want a very quick and simple manicure to get out the door and go about your day. But if you want to add some sparkle, shine, and razzle dazzle, let's get started with the nail art. So the first design is going to be super simple. I'm just going to be taking these rhinestones that I got from SheIn and placing these on the nail. So in this package, there are both clear rhinestones and then we have a more AB looking rhinestones. I'm gonna choose the ones on the bottom because they give me a more like wintry feel. For some reason, they remind me of like really cold, snowy vibes over the plain rhinestones. So I'm gonna grab these ones and I'm going to choose the smallest 2 sizes in the kit. So for this particular nail, I did not cure the top coat because I'm just going to place the rhinestones at the bottom of the nail. You could use rhinestone glue at this part, but I am going to be using rhinestone glue later. So I just wanted to show you 2 different methods on how you can apply rhinestones. I am just taking the biggest stone out of the 2 and placing it directly in the center. And then I'm going to place the 2 smaller stones. One will be on top of the one in the middle, and then one will be beneath the one in the middle. The one thing I do have to say is if you are applying any rhinestones on an uncured top coat, they do slide a little bit. It's fine, you just move them back to where you want them and then cure for about 60 seconds. So here is what we have. I'm also going to repeat the same design on the pinky finger, but this time I am not going to talk through it so I don't seem super repetitive to you. And in case you're a visual learner just like me, you will have the instructions already and now you can see exactly how it's done without someone talking at you. So for the second design, I'm actually going to be doing this on both the ring finger and the pointer finger. So this design is actually going to be a bit more complex than the first one, but honestly, all these designs are still beginner friendly, so you don't have to worry about that too much. It's just going to take a little bit more time. So what I'm actually doing is creating a hanging ornament on a string. So to get started, I am completing my base, which is that chromy white, and then I'm going to grab this silver chrome gel paint from Madam Glam, and this one actually gives you that chrome reflective like finish, so it's going to be a lot cleaner than using a chrome powder. I only recommend this product for drawing lines, and if you're filling in big spaces, I would recommend using another product. So here I'm just drawing a very thin line starting at the base of the nail, and this is basically the string that's holding up our ornament. So once I have that down, I'm going to be taking a small bit of rhinestone glue and I'm going to place a silver pearl directly at the edge. But this is not our actual ornament. So I'm going to be taking a big pearl, and this one is from Hobby Lobby. I got this in a set and I will give you guys the SKU in the description box. But I'm going to be taking this big pearlescent one just to keep the winter white vibes consistent across the nail set. So as I was looking at this nail, I realized I still wanted a bit more sparkle on this. And so I'm going to be taking those rhinestones from earlier and placing 2 on the string just so that it has a little bit of sparkle on the nail. So I like the way this is looking, and now I'm gonna finish the ornament. So I'm gonna be taking these really small beads. They actually are considered caviar beads, and I will link them down below because they were a little bit hard to find, which is weird because I see them everywhere. But I'm gonna grab my Macart rhinestone glue and lay it on the nail, and then take those caviar beads and place them where I want them. So I'm actually going to be placing 3 caviar beads. The first 2 will be on either side of the silver pearl that you see in the middle, and then the last one will be right underneath that white pearl. I'm gonna go ahead and cure my lamp for 60 seconds because I don't want any of the charms to move. And once the 60-second cure is done, I am going to begin creating a bow. So in this nail set, I didn't want to have to draw anything because I want this to be beginner friendly, and I feel like sometimes drawing a bunch of lines and a bunch of bows and circles, it may seem beginner friendly, but sometimes it's just not. Honestly, sometimes I really don't feel like drawing nail art. Like that hanging string was the only thing I wanted to draw today, and I figured there are times where others feel the exact same way. So this is very easy. So I am actually just going to be creating the bow with some of those small AB stones again. And what I'm doing is creating a triangle on each side. And I found this to be the easiest way to lay stones down to give the appearance of a bow instead of having to draw it out. So here is what the nail is looking like now that the bow is all done. Before I cure this, I am going to be taking a flat brush and some alcohol and cleaning up the excess rhinestone glue that I may have around the nail because I am not going to be adding an additional layer of top coat. So I want to make sure the nail looks nice and clean and has a leveled surface before I cure in my LED lamp. So now I'm going to do that exact same design again, but instead I'm going to be doing it on the ring finger. So now we're at the last and final design, and I'm actually going to be creating a Christmas wreath. So there's only one finger left, which is the middle finger, so I won't be repeating this twice. So I'll be talking through this one. Basically, I'm doing the exact same base I've done the entire video, laying down my milky white, adding some chrome and top coat, and then being ready to go. But once I am done, I am going to grab this Macart rhinestone glue and draw a small circle in the center of the nail. As I'm drawing the circle, it does not need to be perfect, and as you can see here, mine is not, and I'm not too worried about it, and that's because I'm going to be taking some pearls and laying them on top of the circle. So essentially all this is doing is acting as a guide of where I will want to place my pearls, and if it doesn't look the way I want, all I have to do is just push them into position and move them to where I want them, and then boom, we're done. But I'm not going to stop here. I'm going to take those caviar beads that I used earlier and place 2 of them between each pearl. So surprisingly, these caviar beads did not move around at all. I thought that they were just going to be rolling around the place, getting on my nerves, going out of place, me having to fix them a lot because they're so tiny. But once they got stuck in the glue, They just did not move at all. So if you are feeling a bit intimidated by them because they are so tiny, they're really not that bad to work with. I was actually quite shocked. So for the most part, everything is laid down. I am going to be taking these pointed tweezers and moving things into place. Because I have moved the pearls around a bit, it basically drags the rhinestone glue across the nail. So before I cure, I'm going to take my cleanup brush again and remove that off of the nail. So I'm satisfied with the way things are looking. I'm going to do my final cure. And now here is the final set on the stand. So you have your 3 designs. I would love to know which one out of the 3 is your favorite. So here we are, design 1, 2, and 3. Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments down below. And now I'm gonna pop these on my fingers so you can actually get an idea of what it looks like on some human fingers and not just on a stand. So if you enjoyed this tutorial, let me know in the comments down below, or just give this video a thumbs up. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, make sure you do so on your way out so you don't miss the upcoming holiday nail looks. But in the meantime, I will see you in this video here.